Hey, Jakara Lewis here with an example of how to solve an equation given one variable. So I know sometimes when you guys get equations, especially with fractions really tend to trip people up. So I'm going to show you guys how to rewrite this particular equation to make it easier for you to solve, and then we're going to walk through the entire equation together. So first things first, we're going to bring our expression at the top of our fraction down. So we're going to group that together in parentheses in order to ensure that those values stay together. Now, a fraction is another way of writing division. So instead of writing it in fraction form, I'm going to rewrite this with the division sign. All right. This makes it a little bit easier for us to solve because now we've eliminated the anxiety that comes with people seeing fractions and dealing with fractions. So anytime we are solving an equation, the goal is always to isolate the variable or get the variable by itself. So that means that everything else needs to be moved to the opposite side. So if you guys notice, we have three values that need to be moved. We have 6, we have 4, and we have 8. You always want to start with the value that is furthest away from the variable first, and then you work your way inward. So we know in this case, 8 is the value that is furthest away. So in order for me to move 8 from this side to this side, I'm going to have to do the opposite of whatever operation I see. So if I have division, in order for me to move it, I'm going to have to multiply. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do the opposite side. So these are going to cancel out. 8 times 8 gives me 64, and then I'm going to bring down my expression. So now I can get rid of the parentheses because there's nothing else interfering with those particular values. All right, so don't forget the goal is to isolate the variable. So we have two values left. We have to move the 6 and we have to move the 4. And you always want to move whatever is furthest away from this particular variable. So if we have plus 4 here, we're going to do the opposite of what we see, which means we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. These are going to cancel out. 64 minus 4 is going to give me 60. I'm going to bring down my 6x. I'm going to continue my question. So remember, the goal is to get the variable by itself. The only other value we have left is this 6. How are these two joined together? So if you see two items joined together and you don't see an operation, they're multiplied together or they're married. So the opposite, of course, of multiplication is division. The opposite of marriage is divorce. All right, so we're going to divide both sides by 6. These are going to cancel out. X is going to be equal to 60 divided by 6, which is 10. All right, so anytime you guys are in these scenarios and you're solving equations, you always want to go back and check your answer. So we're going to take the value that we found and we're going to plug it back in for X. The reason why you want to do that is because sometimes you can go through and you can do an entire equation. You can come out with a value that seems accurate and is inaccurate because we're dealing with arithmetic. And it's so easy to make a mistake when you add, when you're subtracting, when you multiply, when you divide. So you always want to double check if you did the equation correctly. All right, so instead of X, we're going to go ahead and substitute in 10. We're going to put that in parentheses to show what we did. All right, and then from here, we're just going to go ahead and simplify. So you always want to make sure you have those sub skills on deck. Sub skills are just smaller skills that you guys have to know in order to be able to execute problems. So in this particular sense, you guys have to make sure you know your order of operations. You have to know which math to do first. So if I have 6 times 10 plus 4, I'm going to have to do my 6 times 10 first, which is going to give me 60. All right. And then you just continue to simplify from there. So 60 plus 4 is 64. All right, and then 64 divided by 8 is 8. 8 is equal to 8. So of course, you're always just checking to make sure that your values are equal on both sides. So again, this is an example of solving an equation given one variable, and this particular example is focusing on an equation in fraction form. So for additional practice, make sure you guys grab my top-rated T7 math workbook, and you will be good to go.